Welcome to the Dining with Nadiva show, where every seat at the table has a purpose. Listen, today's conversation is one that sparked countless debates, especially in today's dating culture. People often hear they're too picky, their standards are too high, or they need to settle down before it's too late. But what if the real question isn't whether your standards are too high? What if people have simply become comfortable settling less? Let's start talking about it, okay? But before we get into it, okay, we're gonna jump into the word of the day, all right? And we got a really, really funky little word of the day that you guys are gonna like, that my godmother is going to pronounce.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Now, I have 3 degrees, but when I tell you that I do not know this word, Flibbertigibbet. Flibbertigibbet.
Yeah.
Flibbertigibbet. Too legit.
Too legit to quit.
Hey.
Too legit. I know that's right.
That is the word. Flibbertigibbet.
Uh-huh.
Flibbertigibbet.
Okay. Which is a person who talks excessively, changes their mind often, or lacks focus and consistency. Now, we know there are a lot of flibbertigibbets and on the dating world. I know, I just made that up. So one of the sentences is going to be, stop. I can't get this out.
Flibbertigibbet.
Okay.
No, it
Flibbertigibbet.
Flibbertigibbet. It says
Okay.
Flibbertigibbet.
Yeah, okay, exactly. All right, we're going to get through it. We're going to say, stop being such a flibbertigibbet.
Flibbertigibbet.
Yes, and decide what qualities truly matter in a relationship, okay?
Right.
There
so
we
stop
go.
being all over the place.
Right.
Okay.
Stop being a
Thank you.
flibbertigibbet.
Yes.
Yeah.
I needed that.
Okay.
I didn't know what was
we not in the mode on this. Hold on. Let's go to Didi's corner while we think about this. We'll be right back. Hey everyone, it's your girl Asia, and welcome to Didi's Corner. Your quick vibe check in the middle of the show. Summertime is right around the corner, and you know your girl got your merch here, okay? We have a stemless wine glass. We have a mason jar mug. We also have a mason jar mug that comes with a straw and a cap, a lid for all of those to-go drinks. And then we have our standard Dining with Nadiva mug. Yes, you too can stay divine at any time with our mug. Contact us, hit that link below. You could get any of these in a style and a bedazzled in a name that's featuring you. That's the one you love, star, diva, queen, however you like it, empress. You know what I mean? We can put it on a mug. We can put it on a glass. We can put it on a mason jar, okay? So click the link below and let me know. This is where our conversations get real and our community gets realer. After that, leg up. All right, y'all. I think we've mulled over the flibbertigibbet. So now we are back into the topic of today's episode, which is, are your standards too high, or are people settling too low? This is going to be a good one today, y'all, but it's going to be a quickie because, we got things to do. But listen, here's a question for y'all. How do you know the difference between having a healthy standard or having unrealistic expectations?
I think unrealistic expectations are the ones that you can't achieve.
Right.
Right? So you're asking someone to be, do, and have what you don't have.
Right.
So if I said, I need a man that makes $100,000 a year, well, I make that, so that's okay. All right. Right? But if I made 40 and I said, I need a man that makes 100,000, really? You don't.
Wow.
Are you on your way to making that?
Right.
Or are you in pursuit of that?
Right.
But that's what you're expecting when you're bringing 40?
Right.
How's that possible? He's not looking for you.
Right. Got it.
So that's when I think it's unrealistic standards,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
I mean, we all have to have standards, and they should be top tier,
Yeah.
right? We would tell that to our kids too, but be able to meet whatever it is that you expect.
Do you think that women have more unrealistic expectations on men
Yes.
than men do on women?
Absolutely.
How so?
Because men are looking for peace. They are attracted by what they see, and they're looking for peace. Don't give me a hard time. Let me watch the game. Make sure you can cook.
And you look
good,
cute.
and show up when I call you.
Right.
You know, if I
Dang.
don't call you, if I don't call you, you know, right.
You see? Oh, he look like he got something to say. Wait. That's what.
Watch the game.
Oh, that's what you want, huh?
And look good. And
Yeah.
That's it.
That's it.
That's it.
And
Simple.
cook too.
And cook.
Right. And here we are. Tell me that you like me. Tell me that you love me. Do you like this? Do you want this? Can we go here? Why not? Why? And they're very simple, very easy to please, you know?
Yeah.
So,
You think that men are simpler to please than women?
yes.
What do you think women need?
A lot of affirmation, only because society has told us repeatedly what beauty looks like.
Yeah.
And so we're always comparing ourselves, even if we don't verbally compare ourselves, we're comparing ourselves to something.
Right.
And so because we're doing that, we're always looking for affirmation in our mate.
Yeah.
Of, do you like it? Do you like my hair? You didn't notice my hair? You didn't notice that I changed my shirt? When I came downstairs, I had on a pink shirt, but I went upstairs just in 5 minutes and put on a blue shirt, and you didn't even notice.
Well, I know I noticed, and I'm sure y'all noticed for the last 5 weeks, my godmother done had 5 different glass changes, y'all. So why don't you shout out your glass peoples and them?
Well, these glasses came from Panama.
Y'all like that segue, right?
These glasses came from Panama, but ever since we went through the pandemic and we had to wear masks and we couldn't wear makeup, I just made sure that I
like that.
I ramped up my glasses.
I like that.
To
And
show
so
your
that's
style.
it.
I like that.
And so every time I buy a new pair of lenses, I just put my prescription in
I
them.
love it.
Or I go back and grab a pair that I really like,
Yeah.
that I felt like I looked a certain way. And so I just,
And you
change
know
the
your style,
lens.
too.
And I know my style.
Yeah.
And I know each lens makes me feel a certain way.
Right. Oh, so it gives you a different.
So yeah, I have a different
Yeah. I know that's right.
Styling.
They look
I love
great
it.
though.
Yeah.
Thank you, Godmother. So how you feeling? Like, how do you feel about this? How do you know the difference between having healthy standards and having unrealistic? Have you ever had unrealistic expectations of someone?
Unrealistic expectations. I think sometimes society will have you think, have expectations higher than it probably should be. I know when I was younger, I had much higher expectations because, I just wanted it all. I was supposed to have the best this, the best car, the best job, the best girlfriend, the best wife. It had to look like that. And she had to be able to speak a certain way. She had to be able to.
Dang, that's a robot.
Yeah.
And unrealistic.
It was unrealistic.
Wow.
It was unrealistic. Over time, you realize that all I really need were the things we were talking about.
Just look good.
Just listen, carry
Let you
yourself.
watch the game,
Carry yourself in a
cook your
certain
food.
way. Communicate in a certain way. One big thing for me,
Yeah.
when we're outside, we have a disagreement, don't go crazy. Let's take that back.
Right.
home.
Oh, you mean don't get all?
I can't.
Right.
I can't.
Yeah.
That's probably one of the main things with me. I don't like.
So
doing
you've had that happen before?
It doesn't happen too often because I communicate.
Oh, so you set that boundary already.
Set that boundary.
Oh, I see that. Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Set that boundary and make it clear. Like, just, if we disagree on something, let's talk about it offline. Let's talk about it back at home.
So meaning when you get back home, then you can.
Yeah, but I'm not really a fighting, arguing kind
Right,
of guy,
right.
But I don't like the scenes outside.
In public.
I don't like it. Because I think those are people that they don't have restraint, and you don't have the ability to calm yourself down, pause, and then let's discuss.
Right.
People who get in that level of anger and rage, that's not the type of person that I could be with.
No.
Yeah.
Why do you think so many people feel pressured to settle just because they're afraid of being alone? That's another issue
I
too.
think that's it. 100%.
Because they're afraid to be alone.
Either they're afraid to be alone, they're tired of being alone.
Yeah.
They're just over it. So they take whatever they can get. I had a friend tell me one time that he loves who loves him. And I was like, anybody that show interest in you, you'll take them? And he was like, yeah. And I was like, oh, you're going to be very unhappy.
Yeah.
And he's had some very unhappy relationships
Yeah.
because he went after just whoever demonstrated a little bit of interest in him instead of like,
That's
I
shallow.
want what I want. I've been told that I want a unicorn. And I have a friend, and he always says that. Any unicorn show up? That's what he says to me all the time. Any unicorn show up? And so when I tell him no, he always says to me, because they're unrealistic. No, they're not. Everything that I am, I don't want someone to mirror me, but I want the qualities that are important to me. And I can't help it that there are many.
Right.
They're not around money. They're not even around looks. Well, a little bit.
A little bit.
You know, I don't want to look over and be like, ah,
right, exactly.
My God,
yeah, exactly. Because remember, he gonna age too.
And as one of those episodes that you said, everything has gravity.
Yeah,
everything has
yes,
gravity.
It do.
So I don't want to be like, but there are, at the age that I am now, there are more things that are important. Like if I got a passport and you don't, that's something that's important to me. Mm-hmm. I want to go somewhere. Yeah. I don't want to always have to be the entertainment coordinator. I got to plan everything. You can't plan anything.
Right.
Like I heard that a lot over the years.
It's exhausting.
About men not planning?
No, women saying that, I want to have someone who can plan. They're tired of being the planners all the time. They're tired of the ones saying, let's go on vacation. Looking for a man to go online, book the trip, come up with the idea, and I just want to sit back and do it. And I
want to sit on the side of my best friend's ride.
Yes.
I just want to be,
more men, and men can do it. I think that they're just so spoiled. I think they're spoiled.
Mm-hmm. So we do. I want to be like, what?
Right.
Yeah. We're going, well, okay. Yeah. Because I have to lead at work.
Right.
Right. I'm a boss at work. I have to lead in my family. So in my personal life, I don't want to own that role. Yeah. I want to just sit in the passenger seat and chill. Right. I want to relax and have a good time. We're going so-and-so. Okay. Is there something that I should wear? Not, hey, so this is what we're going to do. So if that makes me looking for a unicorn, then that's fine. But while I'm waiting for the unicorn, I'm living my life.
Live your best life. That's what I've been doing, like traveling with my girlfriends. I'm getting outside. I haven't dated in a long time. I was telling you earlier. And since I've been stepping outside, just doing me, I've been meeting some men. I'm not saying they're the quality men that I'm looking for, but I'm meeting people. I'm getting out there. I'm stepping out of my comfort zone. Mm-hmm. And it's basically for me.
And just treat it as interviews.
Exactly.
Even though these are not people that you're interested in, interview them.
Yeah,
so you can.
This is interesting.
You can get the what is the word?
Flibbertigibbet.
Right, you can get all of that out of your mouth. Yes. So that when you meet him, you're just as eloquent, articulate, and you've got all the nervousness out.
But what's crazy though, and I'll wrap this up real quick. I actually met two people this week. One was a police officer that was coming down my block that we just struck up a conversation because I thought he was going to give me a ticket. And immediately, he wanted to just dive right in. And when I explained to him, I'm a woman of a certain age, and I'm looking for a husband, not a good time, he's like, dag. So I missed out. I was a little bit too late because he just got out of a relationship. Mm-hmm. And I was like, see, you looking for Miss right now. Mm-hmm. Like you always say, you looking for your forever. Right? Mm-hmm. And that's where my mindset is. If I was that alone and desperate, I'd be like, come on, boo, come upstairs. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Met another young man this week as well. And he's very much younger than I am. Very much younger than I am. And I have to sit back and I have to consider all of these things because from a career perspective, like you said, I'm looking for a leader. Mm. And if I know I'm in a certain salary bracket, I need my man to also be that way as well. And if you're in a relationship coming in as a 30-year-old man, if you're not already coming in through generational wealth, mm-hmm. I don't see someone at the age of 30 getting what I have that I've worked 20-something years to have by the time they hit 30. So you're not going to have your own house unless you came into money or born into money.
Can I jump in just quickly here? Because I hear this often, and I think there's some challenges where women would want a person to make X amount of money, but yet he has to look good, and yet he needs to have this. And we talked about the unicorn. Mm-hmm. And you know what? You can wait, and you can kind of search for who you want, but there is the guy who's young or the person that's making a lot of money and is good looking and is God-fearing. I think it's a limited amount. And how do you deal with that? I believe so.
I think you have to sift through conversations, right? Because you have to have a conversation with the person. I don't know how you would meet, but if you had the opportunity to meet, you have to have a conversation, and you have to hear and see what you don't hear and see.
Yeah.
What is not visible and right in front of you, to try to make some understanding of who they really are, so that you're not seeing the representative of the person. And so maybe he makes $70,000. He's hardworking. He's been on his job for 25 years.
That's fine.
He's a homeowner. Okay, we can have a conversation.
Yeah.
But we can't have a conversation if I'm driving and you don't have a car.
Yeah.
You've never had
Understood.
a car.
Right.
I'm a homeowner and you rent a room.
Right.
What we gonna do?
Yeah.
Right.
You gonna take me to your apartment, your room, and you share the kitchen with people? So you see what I'm
it's
saying?
true.
So
It's
we
true.
have to have a conversation.
I mean,
Yeah.
that gap is there, but you know,
There are levels
there's
to
levels
this.
to the gap.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
There are levels to it. And I always say this, listen, everything is on God's timing, right? I have to trust and believe that it is in his will for me to find my companion, my husband, right? It might be a little bit tougher search, because what he has for me is going to exceed my expectations 100-fold. So it may take a little bit of time, but it just because it's taking time, he doesn't want me to now just say, you know what, just whatever. Let me just get whatever, No, because I know what God has is going to blow my mind. And I know it's out there. I know, because he's a powerful God.
Absolutely.
And if we just trust and we believe, he will make it happen. So I'm running on his timing, not my timing. When I pick the wrong ones. I'm waiting for him to pick this time, because I want
Exactly.
this to be my forever. I want to do this one time.
And while he's refining that person, he's refining you too.
Exactly. I always say that. And I pray for him. Every night I pray for him. I pray that God is working on him as he's working on me. And that as I'm working and doing my part, that eventually we will meet and we will cross paths and we will know.
And he has to like shiny things.
And he gotta like some shiny things now. That's all I'm saying. You know what I mean? But this was a great topic, and obviously it's a little controversial. So we want to hear what y'all think about this. Where you at in your relationships? Are you settling? Are you feeling lonely, or are you just sick of the man or the woman that's next to you? You trying to make a move? Like where you are in your relationship right now? We want to hear about it. But I was flipping through Philippians 1:9-10, and what it said is this: and this is my prayer, that your love may abound more and more in knowledge and depth of insight, so that you may be able to discern what is best and may be pure and blameless for the day of Christ. See, God never asks you to lower your standards. He asks you to raise your discernment. Having standards isn't about believing you're better than someone else. It's about recognizing the value God has placed on your life. The healthiest relationships aren't built because two perfect people found each other. They're built because two people are committed to growing together in faith, character, honesty, and love. So don't settle out of fear or loneliness or even pressure. Pray for discernment. Continue becoming the person God has created you to be. And trust that what God has prepared for you will never require you to compromise your purpose or your peace. So that's what the Lord said now. Now, I want to thank both of my amazing co-hosts today for coming by. My godmother for spending these 5 weeks.
Yes.
Y'all pray for her as she journeys back to Panama this season. Lift her up in prayer. Cover her in your prayers. And I just want you back. So when you come back, your next visit, please come back to the show.
sure will.
And
Thanks
show her
for
some
having
love,
me.
y'all. Show her some love. Let's give her some hand claps. And of course, my cousin Bert always bringing the fire. You're always welcome back too.
appreciate it.
Like, come back to the table. We need a male's perspective on these things. We really do. Plus, I need you to keep me up to date on my sports, because I have a funny feeling that he's going to like some sports, and
Yeah.
maybe my cousin will keep me a little bit up to
There we
date on
go.
some things. And I'm going to continue to root for you and your Knicks,
Absolutely.
and we still got to get that bagel company in here, so let me know. Yeah. How'd you feel about this? Good?
Great.
Good?
Amazing.
All right, good. Good?
Yeah.
All right. Deja, good? Scott, you good? All right. Well, we out of here. So I hope you enjoyed this. Yeah, she gonna find her unicorn. Amen. You know, I'm gonna be out here. If y'all see me, holler. Okay. But we gotta get up out of here, y'all. So until the next time, y'all stay divine. Ciao.